What are these bugs on my broccoli? Why am I building this bee frame? And what am I going to do with all this cabbage today on What the Homestead? All right, the first thing I thought I'd start with, since it's summer, I want to plant some peppers. I want to get the peppers going in the garden. So I didn't even start with the seed tray, which I do a lot of times. I actually went straight for some solo cups here, filled them up with some potting soil, add a little water because it was dry, and just going to go ahead and get my highlighter here and poke some holes down, I don't know, inch, 2 inches, and I don't know how deep you're supposed to plant peppers. There's probably an actual number there, but I just put some seeds into each one of the little cups there, a little bit more water, and let's see if they grow. I'm putting them outside in the sun. It's nice and sunny out now, and this just not even putting them under the lights or anything, and boom, look at that, instantly peppers in the garden. We're gonna have to find out what to do. I know what we're gonna do with these peppers. We're gonna make pasta sauce, right? We're gonna make more pasta sauce. Always pretty good to do with fresh peppers and fresh tomatoes out of the garden. So pick one or two of these. This one's got some bruises on it, but you know what, when you go to the grocery store, they're perfect and they're big and they're plump. This is what a real pepper looks like, people. That's when you cook a pepper. Unfortunately, the end of the summer, my broccoli got infested with these stupid broccoli bugs, and it was about time to pull the broccoli anyway, but I couldn't believe how, like, overnight they just sprung up and they ate all the leaves and they were eating the broccoli and they were freaking me out. And so I got out some bug spray that I got, this Captain Jack's dead bugs. It's supposed to be organic, good for, and I sprayed it, and I thought to myself, you can spray from today to tomorrow, that broccoli's gone. So I had to pull it. I pulled it anyway, and then I pulled it, and I put it over on the side, and I gave it a few more squirts. That's right, I'm taking care of those bugs. I don't want them on anything else, so next year I'm going to have to keep an eye on that earlier. I also found some slugs were getting into my cabbage, so I went into the downstairs refrigerator where we keep a lot of beverages, and I pulled out some cerveza here, and I thought I'm going to give the slugs some cerveza because they're slugs from Mexico. No, I don't know. The cerveza is Spanish for. See, I'm learning Spanish. Yeah, I learned that word, cerveza, for beer. So I got some Pabst Blue Ribbon here, and I got the bottom of a milk jug, and I'm just pouring the beer into the little container there. And then the idea is that the little slugs smell the malt in the beer, and they go and they fall in and they get drunk, and they just pass out in the beer, and they go to their demise. So better than them eating my, I even left a can in there because I thought maybe they'll crawl in the can, maybe that'll be good. And when I came back, lo and behold, yes, I did have a bucket of beer slugs that had all drowned in there, and I was really happy about that because more dead slugs in the garden, less slugs on the cabbage. Another problem in the walk-in shower was a wasp nest. Yeah, I don't really care if there was a wasp nest in the yard, but my wife was like, I don't want it in the shower. So I thought I would do the smart thing. I'd get a bucket of water, put it underneath it. I'd go and I'd get my scissors and just cut it, and it would fall into the water, and that would be the end of it. Of course, when I snipped it, it kind of like floated to the left. it fell on the ground. So the water bucket didn't work. So I just kind of left it there for a day or two, and then I went and cleaned it up. I got a brand new box. Blue's going to help me open it up here for the bees. Now, this is bugs I like. Bees, they're fun. And the idea is you have a first box where they lay their brood, their upcoming bees. And then you put another box on top of that where they make the honey, and they leave the honey there for themselves to eat. And then after they've done that, you can put on another box called a super. And that's what this is, and that's the stuff that's left over for the farmer to take. So the idea is here is I'm building a box that's shorter than the regular boxes, and the frames are shorter. And I thought I would do it with a hand screwdriver, but then I realized that was a dumb idea. So I went and got the electric drill and put it together real quickly, and then put the frames together. And it has 10 frames, so it matches the boxes I have now, and I got them together one after the other. A little construction here, a little hammering, but not a big deal. The only thing is actually, this is my first year beekeeping, so I don't even know how to put the frames in the box. So I don't need a super yet. Now I'm going to hold off till next year. All the honey they make this year, I'm leaving them in there. I'm only leaving the 2 boxes. They fill the top box up with honey. They get to keep it for the winter. But next spring, I'll be putting this on, and then I will be ready when spring comes, and that will be my honey. But I did get to harvest some cabbage. Look at this head of cabbage. Did I tell you the story about the cabbage? I went to the store and I saw it for like $2, this plant, and it said broccoli, and I thought, well, I can always use some more broccoli. When I got it home, I realized it wasn't broccoli at all. It was cabbage. So I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with cabbage, but I grew it. Grew great in the yard. We don't eat a lot of cabbage in my house. Well, we do now. we will. As I'm cutting this cabbage, a lot of the leaves on the outside, I kind of just took off. I don't know if you keep them. I just took the big leaves off and put them in the compost heap. And get down to the good stuff, minus the slugs, because there still were slugs. The slugs get in between the leaves and wrap themselves up in there. So I wanted to wash it off when I got back up. This cabbage gets smaller and smaller the more you clean it, because you peel back a layer, there's a slug in it. So I thought I'm gonna put them in a pot of water and drown the remaining slugs. So that's what I did. And after that, it was all cleaned up. So my wife went right to town, and here's what she made. She chopped up some of the cabbage. And she put it in this mixture with, I guess it was ground, I think it was ground pork, and I don't know what else in there, chives, onions, garlic, some kind of, it's red meat, so I think maybe it was ground beef. Anyway, then she put it on these wonton-y things, and she rolled them up, and she made them into these wonton-y cabbage wonton-y things. And they were really good. She also did some stuffed cabbage, but this was my favorite, so I'm showing this one here. And the little wonton-y things like that, it's a very big process. After getting them ready to go, they go into a steamer pot, which has water underneath it boiling. So we need fire. Fire would help. There you go, fire sound. And then they steam in the pot, and then once they've steamed, you take them out and you put them into a pan of oil. We had some duck fat in the big cast iron skillet. I love the cast iron skillet. I just feel like I'm cool because I cook in a Kim cooks in a cast iron skillet. These things are amazing. And then they came out and we ate them like with the soy sauce, like you're in an Oriental Chinese restaurant. It was good. And then we also had some tomatoes left over, so we thought, we'll make some fried green tomatoes. You can't go wrong with that. So this is me attempting to make fried green tomatoes to go along with the cabbage there into the Fry Daddy. So that's what's happening. We'll see you next time on What the Homestead.